should you get Raiden? Now, maybe this has crossed your mind as her banner is coming back, and maybe you're considering maybe getting her weapon or maybe some constellations. So in today's video, we're going to be covering just that topic. Before we get started, I just want to state that this analysis is strictly based off of those who are looking to make their accounts stronger. Now, what I mean by making their accounts stronger is that this game does have a difficulty ceiling that you reach at around AR 45, but it does not get any harder past that point. With that being said, the main goal of this is for those who are trying to make endgame content easier at a more budget-friendly perspective. Now, Raiden is a character that has evolved through her timeline in the game. At first, she was considered weak, but later on proved her battery capabilities as well as some respectable damage that she could provide on her team comps. Now, Raiden was a character that was definitely considered a good choice because before, you traditionally, when playing the game and in in-game content, you needed 2 teams to clear the abyss. And for those who were kind of new or building accounts, usually building 2 teams was difficult. You would normally have your main DPS with their supports on one team, and then some variation of national on the other team. This is one of the most common or more popular for newer or younger accounts. Now, for older accounts, you probably have multiple teams that are built that can probably clear it, but for newer accounts, you probably don't. And so this is where it comes into play on whether you should pull for Raiden or not. Now, Raiden, what she did was she actually made some of these national teams variations much easier to run, and she also did present the possibility of running a hyper Raiden, but that did take a significant amount of investment. Despite this, she was still a very great unit. That is until Dendro appeared. Now, things have changed with Dendro because now that we have Dendro, Nihida's Hyper Bloom teams and many other variation teams actually clear on par with some national teams, with almost even less investment than those previous teams. So what I'm getting at is that if you have Nihida, Raiden per se wouldn't particularly make your account any stronger. You would probably more than likely benefit more from getting a DPS or support unit that specialize in a category that you are a little weaker in. Per se, let's say you are kind of lacking in the grouping department, maybe Venti or Kazuo or some Nemo unit would be better. Or maybe you're lacking in a cryo DPS that would then maybe saving for Ayaka or Ganyu would maybe be better. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to support my channel where I cover more Genshin topics. Now, back to the video. Now let's talk about her cons and her weapon. Now, I am a C3 owner of Raiden. I picked it up on her release after I had played around with C0 for about a week. And I must say that C2 definitely will change and make your account stronger no matter where your account is, and this includes for even whales. Something about C2, and actually one of the reasons why I justified getting it, was it reassured me that I'd be able to clear any kind of difficult content that would be released in the future. Mainly, and while the Abyss necessarily has been a cakewalk and never probably will be able to make it difficult, there are some events that come out every once in a while that are extremely difficult, and my Raiden team is actually one of the few ones that is able to always clear it. And the other thing about Raiden is that she's one of the few characters in the game that I like to call whale budget friendly. Her C3 feels like a C6. I'm not trying to encourage spending, but if you're ever going to get a character that you want to be super OP, she is one of the easiest ones to do it on. As far as her weapon, well, it does do a good amount of increase in her damage. It's nowhere near the amount of increase that C2 does, so I definitely can't justify getting that weapon unless you're getting it for aesthetics. This is especially true due to the amount of pole arm options that we have in this game that are extremely good. And the other thing about Engulfing Lightning is when you end up going for a 5-star, I would really recommend trying to only going for 5-star weapons that are flexible and can be used on a variety of different units and that aren't super niche. The thing about Engulfing Lightning is that while it is good on several units, I've only really used it on Chun-Ling, but I later on found out that it wasn't really even a DPS increase from the R5 catch. So if that helps, if any, it's not really a weapon that you can use or justify on too many other units when you already have plenty of good pole arms. Anyways, guys, that's all I really wanted to say. If you guys had any thoughts on the matter or would like to share your opinions or what your thoughts are, please share in the comment section below, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.